Is that it?
And we're in.
That's it. That's how we introduce Loathsome Things, a horror movie podcast. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a podcast about horror movies flying into your ear holes. That's John, by the way. I'm Josh. We do this podcast about every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And dude just got shot in the neck in front of everyone.
Yeah. America took one more step towards the void, which I will give it credit. I didn't think there were that many left, but apparently there's still a few steps left.
Yeah.
So, great. I can't wait to hear what happens next.
Well, John, how are you doing?
Oh, well, I started the Cambridge English language teaching program or whatever. I don't know why there's an A on the end, because there's nothing in the name that has an A. I looked it up with me and a group of other students, and by me I mean myself and I, and a group of other students laughed our respective genitalia off when we realized that the A didn't stand for anything that we could figure out.
Okay, the A in what?
CELTA. CELTA.
Oh, okay.
Cambridge English Learning Teachers.
Okay.
So I guess
it would have just been CELT without that?
Yeah, again, then the implication was that we were all Celtic, I guess.
Yeah.
So that didn't make any sense.
It's not great for English, especially.
No, it's an interesting choice for such an esteemed university. It's a big deal, that certification. It's like it's considered a level 5 certification in England, which is equivalent to a bachelor's degree, which is ridiculous because it's one class. But having said that, it's 8 hours a day every Saturday for 15 weeks.
The fuck?
It's essentially pass or fail. So there's 3 degrees of passing, but it doesn't really matter. It's basically you either pass it or you fail. That's really all that matters. I wouldn't call it hard. I would call it brutal. There's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not worried that I don't think I won't pass it, but I may go completely insane before it's over.
You said 15 weeks of Saturdays?
8 hours a day on Saturday.
Oh my god.
How are you doing, sir?
Oh man, it's great. I've had COVID for over a week or something, and I hate that. It's okay. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Just die, right? That's what you do.
Yeah, eventually, yeah. Hopefully not this week, but okay.
So, John, why are you and I talking to each other today?
Oh, well, that's a great question. It turns out that we are here to discuss a horror film, like we are every time. But this particular horror film is I don't know if I'd call it a sequel, but maybe more of a continuation of a storyline based on Jack Ketchum books. The first one was called, the movie that was made from the first book was called The Offspring, or Offspring, I think it just was. We covered that a while back. I forget which week it was. You can look it up. Fuck off. This week we are doing the 2011 film The Woman, directed by a favorite of the show who I hear has no idea who we are, Lucky McKee.
Yeah.
Yay.
You hear he has no idea who we are?
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard that he has no idea who we are.
Hey, Lucky, do you know who I am?
Let's just say that in the 2 or 3 times I've ever posted any comments on anything he's ever posted on social media, he did not immediately go, "Oh, are you in that Loathsome Things show that I have never heard of?" And I said, "Yes, and your wife is a fine artist, even though I thought she was your sister."
enough for this episode, I had to go back and I was like, wait, now, is that his wife or his sister? It's gotta be his wife, right? I couldn't remember.
I still don't know. Just because you told me it was his wife, I have no idea.
I think it's his wife, but I couldn't find really easy, right at my fingertips confirmation, so I didn't dig deeper.
And since it's Lucky McKee, were he to post pictures of him making out with her, you still might not know for sure if it was his wife or sister.
Yeah, but he'd probably think it was cool either way, just based on the movies.
I cackle like a freak. So who's in this movie, Josh? I'm curious.
Well, interesting you should ask. We have the Pollyanna McIntosh, most famous as being Jadis, the micro-bang queen of the landfill people in The Walking Dead. Cool. And also the eponymous woman from this film and its predecessor and its post-decessor, the one that came after it, Darlin, which we'll get to. Don't forget about Darlin. She's in this movie. We've got Sean Bridgers, who we've previously seen Sean Bridgers in Jug Face, where he played Dewey.
That's right.
In this movie, he plays Chris Cleek, the overbearing man of the house. We also have Angela Bettis, who we know from the film May, fantastic, also directed by Lucky McKee. She is playing his wife, Belle Cleek, who is despondent and rolls his cigarettes for him. And Lauren Ashley Carter, who we saw as Ada in Jugface. She is now Peggy Cleek, their shy teen daughter, and we also have a really horrific little kiddo in here by the name of Zach Rand, who plays Brian Cleek, their sociopath son. They also have another daughter, Darlin, played by an actress who experienced being on this film and then proceeded to never be in any other film production for the rest of her last 14 years.
Is she DED?
No, it's just been 14 years since this movie came out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, it's really unfortunate because I can remember almost nothing about her performance. It really would have been great to compare that to other performances she had later that I would also forget.
Yeah. Well, there is a fun little tidbit about her. We'll get to it at the end.
Excrement.
Oh, yeah. And that's who's in this movie, and a good chunk of introducing you to the characters of this movie. Yeah.
This is an interesting movie. I had seen it before. Didn't really know much about it, and I didn't really learn, about the universe it's from and all that kind of business until we did Offspring. But I was surprised to see that Lucky McKee co-wrote the novel with Jack Ketchum for The Woman.
Oh, is that true?
Apparently. I had no idea. I mean, isn't the guy kind of like a big shot in the world of genre fiction? I thought he was, like horror fiction. Nobody really talks about him anymore because I don't know why, but I mean, I knew who he. Well, that's a good reason. I didn't really know much about him other than, his name popped up all the time because I guess they made a bunch of weird movies, including this one based on his books. So whatever.
Yeah. But
this movie is. It's funny because it's Lucky McKee, it has this like kind of kookiness and kind of lightheartedness to it. But that's just not the way that you want to approach this movie because it's fucking intense.
Yeah. It's super intense, and it does. It has that like Andy McKee quirkiness to it, and they don't really go together. I've got to say, upon, like, reviewing this movie, like I've mentioned it before, the first time I watched, this was the last time I saw a new horror movie on cable. It was, like, on the Chiller channel, and that is the perfect setting for which you want to watch this movie. You want to, like, just catch it, and have some commercials in between there, and then once it's over, that movie's in your past, because when you really, like, review this movie, like, go for it, you can see a lot of it doesn't fit together very well, like you're talking about with, like, with what's going on, and then the weird, like, almost comedic Lucky McKee tone, like, it's often at odds with itself.
It is. It works. It's more effective in a way in Offspring, even though this movie is, light years ahead of Offspring as far as production values and performances. But, I mean, he's got real people in it.
Yeah.
But, there is this weird kind of uncomfortable disconnect between the, like, these people are crazy, and also really terrifyingly horrible.
Yeah. And I'll circle back around to it when we rate it. I think it's the editing. I think they, like, really, like, shit the bed on editing this movie. I don't know who the editor is. I'm not trying to, shit in your mouth or anything, sir. But I just, from what I've gathered, this movie's rough edges are really due to the way things were cut. Maybe they didn't have great stuff to work with. I don't know. But it's still a good movie. You still should have watched it before we ruined everything about it for you, you dumbass.
Correct. I couldn't agree more. No.
All right. Do you want to hit anything else before we summarize the film's high points and low points?
No, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
All right. So we got the eponymous woman. She is still recovering from her injuries that she received at the end of Offspring. And as part of, like, a weird montage of, like, trippiness, she bathes in a river and then kills a wolf in its den so that she can now live in its den, and then, like, has a dream sequence of herself running with a wolf superimposed over her, or something.
Yeah. Or something, indeed.
Or something. And then after a bunch of this, we meet Chris, who is out hunting in these woods, and he sees her bathing in the river. He sees her tits, and then bad bar music rises up to indicate to us that he's in love with her. So he goes home to get his family busy converting their tornado cellar into a, like, horrible rape place. Jeez. His wife is concerned. She's like, why are we doing this? And he's like, don't worry about it. So he goes out back into the woods and captures the woman with a net. And
so stupid.
by just waiting above her cave. I love that she, like, grew up in the woods and he's just some guy, but he manages to, like, outstalk her in the woods and anyway, it's fine.
He manages to throw, like, the flimsiest net ever over her head, and somehow that debilitates her long enough for him to clock her in the head with the butt of his rifle. And also I'd like to point out that kudos to her for getting her bangs trimmed at some point in her life, because you may live out in the woods, but you can't take you can take the woman out of the woods, but you can't take I don't know what I'm trying to say.
She's just, and those are, like, Pollyanna McIntosh bangs. These aren't the woman bangs. Like, this is, like, you see her in The Walking Dead, you see her out and about, she's just rocking the micro bangs. That's her look. And damn it if she will change that to look like some sort of, like, scummy earth person.
Not happening. If you're going to marry Bobcat Goldthwait, those bangs need to be on point.
Did she marry Bobcat Goldthwait?
They're married.
Did you tell me that before? Do I just learn things over and over again?
You might, and I may have, but I just found out maybe again today.
I was today years old, or possibly some older time, when I found out that. Wow, that's terrifying.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange.
Wow, what a brave woman.
Yeah, she married him in 24, so the last time we were talking about her, she probably was not married to Bobcat Goldthwait.
How weird.
Yeah.
I thought he was dead, so that's...
Oh, but every year he gets hotter, so I can understand.
Oh, yeah. His voice is doing great now. Good. All right.
We got there.
So Chris captures the woman and ties her up to his, I'm guessing, boat lift that he had in the tornado cellar. I don't know. It's got multiple winches that go in, like, opposite directions from each other. It's real cool. Real cool guy, Chris.
Yeah, he put in a crucial winch system, which is incredible.
Yeah. A rape winch, if you will.
Sure.
Hilarious joke, Josh. Thank you. Everyone feels comfortable now. While he's like strapping her into the winch system, he gets all curious, like one does with any livestock investment. You gotta check them teethers out. So he gets to finger around amongst them teethers, and wouldn't you know it, he's so deep in there that his ring finger is in there whenever she comes to and chomps all the way down in a great scene. Really good soundtrack work of her, like, crunching and the bone and ripping the meat, and he, like, pulls back, and, like, the tendons and the stretchy fake flesh blood stuff, real good, and then she just, like, chews on it a little bit, spits his wedding band out of her mouth, and then just keeps chewing and swallows his finger while he's looking at her. Last great scene in the whole movie. No, just kidding, just kidding.
But almost.
Yeah. Let's see. At school, we see that Brian likes to sneakily hurt girls who emasculate him by, like, putting gum in their hairbrush that they don't notice in time. And Peg's teacher worries that she's not slutty enough while she talks to her school colleague over cigarettes under the bleachers about how horny young women make him. It's not good. I don't like that.
No, it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, she tells him that when she was in high school, she was so slutty that she would have made him pop his zipper. And I'm just like, who wrote this? What's going on? It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Meanwhile, back at the house, Belle sews the woman an easy-to-access front buttons blouse, while Chris takes the kids outside to power wash the woman with the torturous pain of a high-pressure hose, until Peg begs him to stop, which teaches the woman the phrase "thank you," which pleases Chris, because he wants to normalize and civilize her. Also, at this point, we're getting huge, he's controlling. Maybe we haven't communicated enough. He's real controlling, at this point, borderline abusive to the women in his family, and he's teaching his son to also be an asshole. Maybe we haven't hit on this quite enough with the fact that he's power washing a captive woman. Just gotta underline it.
Yeah, that he's keeping in his storm cellar because he wants to civilize her so they can keep her.
Yeah.
That's not problematic.
Not problematic for the very dark under the eyes and worried-looking women of his household who, like, the daughter keeps going to the mom and is like, Mom, what is this? What's happening? What is he doing? And she's like, it's fine, don't worry about it. And then she goes to her husband and she's like, dude, what are you doing? This is... Dude. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That night, Chris goes down to the cellar and rapes the woman while his son Brian watches through a hole that he made with a hand crank drill and then covered up with a piece of dirty chewing gum. This kid has a lot of chewing gum tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, he's like Rape Guyver.
Everyone feels so comfortable. What a horrible little man. The next day, Peg stays home because she's pregnant and not feeling well, but Lil Brian doesn't realize that she's home, and so he gets a half day for some reason. I don't know, it doesn't matter. So, thinking he's got the whole place to himself, he goes and grabs a pair of needle-nose pliers, heads out to the woman's cellar, and after a while, Peg hears the woman screaming and runs out there, between falling down, little bouts of falling down.
It happens.
And finds that Brian is needle-nosing the woman's nipple skin off and other parts of her opened blouse skin off. We see, a from her chest view of it happening, and it's weird. Anyway, so later... She makes him stop and drags him inside. That evening, Peg and Belle confront Chris with what Brian did, which the description of that is that he was in there with her, he had taken her blouse off, and he was touching himself.
Great.
So they did not mention the needle-nose plier torture.
No.
Also... we saw nothing to indicate that he was touching himself. It just looked like he was torturing them.
Yeah. But sure.
Yeah. Pin a plier in this when we get to talking about how the editing fucks with this movie.
Yes.
Yes. And so to this, Chris is like, well, boys will be boys. It's not really that big of a deal. And at this point, Belle has finally had it. At long last, she is done, and she starts screaming at him and says, that's it. We can't do this. I'm taking the girls. And she calls their son a rapist. And it's great. And just then, he knocks her out because, that's what you do. We saw earlier he slapped her for questioning him, and so this is a little bit more, and so you gotta, take it to the next level, which is clock her all the way to the ground. Just then, teacher shows up to tattle on Peg for being pregnant to her dad and she sees the passed out mom, dead mom, at the table, and is like, oh, that's fine, and tells the dad this in front of the stupid kid. So the dad's like, well, she doesn't have a boyfriend, so are you accusing my son of being the father? And she was like, no. And then he's like, so you're accusing me of being the father? And she's like, well, no. And so then he grabs her and ties her up with a rope a little and drags her kicking and screaming across the lawn.
Yeah.
Ties her to a fence at one point, then has a gross confrontation with his daughter who's trying to get him to stop, saying that, women are only good for one thing. And it's really an unpleasant and kind of ineffective scene, because we're taken out of it, the fact that he reacted to this so strongly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so then he unties her from the fence that he just tied her to, because that was just pause a beat to have this other scene situation, and drags her into the farm where the dogs have been barking. We got a little clue earlier that there's something weird with the dogs, but we don't know what. Mm-hmm. So he drags her in there. Meanwhile, well, no. We'll go ahead. He drags her in there and feeds her to a mutant cannibal monster person who lives with the dogs.
Yeah, with one eye and one giant raw eye socket.
Yeah.
Thus her name, Socket.
Oh, is that really in there? I did not catch that.
I don't know if they call her that, but in the description I was reading about the show, I think on Wiki, her name is Socket. She's in Darlin, and she's called Socket in Darlin as well. Of course, I don't think anybody says her name there either, but yeah.
Well, spoiler alert, sir.
Yeah, she's their daughter.
Yeah. Which, it doesn't...
Why? Yeah.
What? They keep... Right at this point, he's saying the name of the disease that she has that's why her eye has the thing, but never says daughter,
Yeah. Yeah, she has socketitis. Sockatumies.
Monosocketitis.
That's it. That's what it was.
Yeah. So, the teacher gets shredded by Socket. And while this is happening, Peg runs out and unleashes the woman, who instantly eats the mom's face off.
Yeah.
In a moment that really shocked and surprised Peg.
Yeah.
And then she grabs a handy nearby mega lawnmower blade, halfway between a lawnmower blade and a helicopter blade thing.
Oh, a turbine wing?
Yeah, it's great. It just seems really hard to use, but not for her.
No.
She's fine.
She's got
this. So she uses it to, chop Brian the kid into multiple pieces. Yeah. We don't see the pieces. We just see him collapse one way, and then her swing, and then he collapses the opposite way too. And then she kills Chris too with it. It's great. It's bloody. It's splattery, and then she takes Darlin by the hand and Socket by the leash and says "Mama" to Peg, who she allows to run off, and then the other three of them wander off into the woods, happy. The end.
Yeah, that's it. It's a happy ending, and you love to see it.
You love to see it.
Yeah, you do. It's a real feel-good film. It's a very uplifting commentary on the nature of the American family and the tension between urban life and eating wolf meat in river cave holes. And I think that I think that the duality, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's a movie.
It's a movie. And like I said, it's worthy to have on a cable channel or a Pluto TV channel and just catch it in passing and be like, oh, that was cool. It's got really high points. But it's confusing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense.
Yes, it's yet another in the stellar and illustrious Bloody Disgusting backed series of films, of which, I mean, if I was to name all of the films that Bloody Disgusting got behind that have now been part of, horror, just canon, I wouldn't be able to name one. As much as I like Bloody Disgusting, I'm not really sure where their head's at when it comes to recommending movies. This is where they throw their weight behind, is this movie. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's got that Lucky McKee-ness. It's got a great cast, I guess. So
great cast.
People do a good job with the incredibly uncomfortable material, but it's not a great movie. It's really not.
Yeah.
I had fonder memories of it before I watched it again than I do at the moment. But,
yeah,
I still like it. I mean, it's certainly ballsy, I guess. I don't know. Would it be ballsy or overly?
Oh yeah, like big brass ovaries.
Yeah, overallsy.
Yeah. I think the thing that ruined, like the thing that makes it not as good as it could be, is it's the type of movie that's great to just have on and be watching and not have to pay close attention. But then because of the editing and stuff, there are these little points where if you're not paying attention, then you have no idea why the thing is happening. So and that takes you out of it. The thing with Socket, the other daughter that they've had living as a dog out in the barn, that comes out of nowhere, but there are little hints about it, but if you're not paying attention, and it wasn't, those hints aren't enough to hold together, and so it just kind of hits flat. Like that moment whenever the thing comes out of the dog cage, when Socket comes out, that should be like a really good, like, oh man, yeah, that's what they've been alluding to, but instead you're just like, what the fuck is this? Why is this happening?
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I don't know, like, oh, I need you to go to the barn and get something. I don't really want to go to the barn. There's nothing like that. There's no reason for you to, there's something strange going on there, but it's not, had they never paid off on that, probably would have just been like, oh, I guess I was just my imagination. I thought maybe there was something in there, but there wasn't. And then when she shows up, it's like, oh, okay, well, they had Socket in there. Great. It's like, what? A novelist came up with all this? That's what I don't understand. Because I felt that way with Offspring. I was like, Jack Ketchum is respected in the horror world, and this is what he wrote? And then you think, I remember watching The Woman. The Woman was pretty good. That was out there. And now we do The Woman, and it's like, Jack Ketchum wrote this? Is Jack Ketchum an idiot?
To be fair, these are just the adaptations of his work. I haven't read it. I'm sure there's more to it. I do know that, there were details that got edited out of the movie. Like, they filmed all of this extra stuff and that got cut out. So, for example, there's a whole part of the storyline where she has a sexual relationship with one of her teachers. Mm-hmm. And, maybe it's that teacher's baby and not her dad's. If we got the Lucky McKee cut of this, maybe it would all make a bit more sense.
Oh yeah. Was the daughter knocked up by the dad? I'm assuming so, right? Or was it the brother?
I mean,
they don't really tell you.
They don't tell you. They don't even tell you that it's the dad. You have to assume it's the dad because there's this scene where he comes into her bedroom and smooches on the top of her head, he's so proud of her daughter, while the mom is creepily looking through the window and hoping nothing worse will happen, and she's all recoiled. So you get the feeling that there's some sexual assault there, but it's never made explicit. Also, the fact that the woman eats Angela Bettis's face comes out of nowhere unless you're paying super duper close attention, because there's this one scene where she's down in the winch system with her husband, and she notices that she's been, like, playing with the winches and that one of them's gonna break off, and so she tells her husband and provides a piece of wood for him to fix it, and that's when she gets on the woman's shit list. But if you're not paying super close attention to that, then whenever she attacks and kills Angela Bettis, you're just like, well, why the fuck did she do that?
Yeah, I guess, so that was her payback for her not going through and clocking him with the board?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, that, like, she was like, oh, you're obviously with him. Well, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
That's so impactful. I don't know.
Exactly, yeah. It was like, whenever it happened, it was like, oh, okay, well, the effects look cool, but why is it happening?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the Bloody Disgusting Selects, by the way, and it's about 20 movies, including Terrifier 2 and 3, big deal. The Woman, Yellow Brick Road was on there. That's okay. Macabre. And then a bunch of movies I've never heard of that are just, most of them are either, I think what it is they somebody at Bloody Disgusting liked the movies and thought it would be a good idea to get behind them so that people could see them. Because most of them are like European, and I've never heard of most of them. And of the ones that I've seen, there's nothing great. I thought Macabre was really good until we covered it, and then I was like, that movie wasn't that good. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Terrifier 2 I hated, and I didn't even bother watching 3, so I don't know the rest of them. Yellow Brick Road was okay, but it wasn't great either, so whatever. Fuck you, Bloody Disgusting. You suck. But please sponsor our show.
Yeah, sponsor someone else's podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bloody Disgusting Selects sounds like sandwich meat.
Yeah. Buttig Disgusting Selects.
Yeah.
It sounds like Marlboro's cheap cigarettes.
Oh, cough up a lung lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I gave it a...
yeah, sure.
I was going to say I gave it a 6.6, but then if I give it a 6, it sounds like I kind of hated it, which I kind of did, but I'm going to give it a 6.6 anyway, just because it's so wrong in so many ways. I mean, it is very Lucky McKee in the sense that he just goes way out there. He's not afraid to make a movie like this and then try to wrap it around a kind of kooky comedy, family comedy sort of, which, I admire that about him. Plus, he hires the best people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except editors.
Yeah. And also, I'm going to go out and say here, soundtrack, because this Sean Spillane soundtrack, there's one scene, there's like a montage scene that doesn't make any sense, it doesn't move the plot forward, and it sucks huge gross balls, but the Sean Spillane song playing over it is okay, and it almost holds it together. And then the rest of the time is just Sean Spillane, like, yowling intrusively into the movie and, like, having bad cut-ins. I don't think it's his fault. I think it's the editing people's fault for, like, getting the volume mixed in correctly and the timing of things done poorly. But, like...
the music is really loud.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it's the same guy. So I gave this a 6.6. It's fine to watch. Go out, watch it. You'll have a fun time. Like, not a ha-ha fun, but like a horror movie fun time.
Yeah.
Sean Spillane also did the entire soundtrack to the movie Jugface.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we hate that too? I don't remember.
The only thing I commented on the scene where they're in the pharmacy and she's stealing pregnancy tests, and there's a country song on the radio that's going, "Oh baby, sweet baby," and I was like, "Oh, that old baby song, I like that kind of." That's Sean Spillane too.
Oh, it was? Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if Howling 2 decided to take whatever that stupid band was called and have them just do the whole soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like as in the traditional sense, not as in play that same song 50 times.
Yeah. What if we got to hear that band make an entire album for that movie, and then it comes out with a regular and deluxe version soundtrack, which you can get. There is a regular and deluxe version soundtrack to The Woman.
By your favorite recording artist, Mickey Spillane.
Yeah. Now, before we go all the way into Chad Crawford Kinkle's Jugface, I do want to say that for people who enjoy full-length albums, you should go to Bandcamp and find the new album I Know a Sad Song by artist Oog Ladar. That's Oogladar, which is a folky, rocky band membered by none other than Lucky and Vanessa McKee.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
That's insane. I did not know about Oog Ladar.
Oog Ladar, and their first album, I Know a Sad Song, on Bandcamp. I figure we should plug that. And it just came out. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, definitely go throw a couple bucks their way, because that sounds amazing.
Yeah. I listened to a few minutes of the, first track, and it was interesting. I liked it, but not, a lot.
Yeah. Was it better than, was it as good as Savoy? What was her name? Savoy something from Sound of Violence, her music?
Very different. This one is what if we were taking drugs with fairies in the woods a little bit, but also rock, whereas Savoy is very much singing jazz explicitly about sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It scratches a different itch, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. She's talking about having sex with a guy while drinking orange wine. I'm like, ew, what?
What the hell?
What's wrong with you?
$4 orange wine that she bought at CVS.
Oh, man. Get yourself a good bottle of Lucky Duck. That's the stuff. Chad Crawford, Kinkle Jugface. We've got a lot of crossover spirit here. It was executive produced by Lucky McKee. I gave it a 6.6. It's splendid. I actually like it better than The Woman, which I wasn't expecting to.
Better than Offspring, you mean?
No, The Woman. I'm talking about Jugface.
Oh, Jugface. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely like Jugface more than The Woman.
Yeah.
It's just more, I don't know, it just has its own character, really. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't call it a great film, but it has its place. It's got Frack Jickelson, who's always fun. And, fun. And it's got a demon pit that eats people whose faces show up on pots. So, I mean, come on.
Kind of.
Or jugs, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah. It's a cool folk horror, more folk horror than this, you know?
Yeah.
You have an actual deity. In reviewing it, I caught a detail that I think I missed the first time through, and that detail is that they have to sacrifice people so that the water in the bottom of the pit has blood in it. That's the point. So, once the water in the bottom of the pit is not enough of a concentration of blood, then they have to, slaughter another person in there. So,
is that its stomach or something? Does it slow digest the blood or something? I don't...
I guess so. I don't know. We see in there like it bubbles whenever it's hungry. So whatever you're gonna do.
Also, and maybe I can just go ahead and say that I gave. Sorry, going back to the woman, that I gave it two sixes because the family's last name was Cleek.
Oh yeah, it's based on one of the other fucking Scottish cannibal folklore characters.
I see.
There was like a 1400s Scottish cannibal named Christy Cleek. Oh. And so that's what that is.
Yeah, this movie it just makes no fucking sense. The good thing about the Offspring is that it's so fucking campy and low budget that like when you see the feral people, they're just ridiculous. They look like extras in like the made for TV Flintstones live action series or something. I mean, it's kind of cute and hilarious, but in this movie, it's a real movie. I mean, like we're probably talking in the millions as far as production, or at least $1 million. And it's not a great movie. It just doesn't really work very well. I don't know. Sorry. But yeah, Jugface is great. I did not rewatch it. It's not great, but I like Jugface. I would give it I'd give it a 6.6. Hell, if I gave this one a 6.6, I'd give Jugface a 6.6.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right about the woman. Like it's I didn't catch that part. Like the camp factor is because like they're wearing those, they've all got like tons of shit in their hair, and then in this one it's like all the way down in the grunge, like her clothes, like she has like a weird over jacket thing that she wears, and it's just disgusting. But then also the movie's got like funny haha parts that like don't blend together. It's very weird. It's like a tone poem of a movie, but it's about it's more fun than that. I don't know. I can't say things.
It's a tone poem as written by David Draymond from Disturbed or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Why not? John, in 2 weeks, we're gonna re-review, we're gonna revisit Bob Clark's Black Christmas, 1974.
Lovely.
But before we go there.
Sure.
What else have you been doing? What's all elsems?
I have remained caught up with Alien Earth, and my ongoing review that each episode is better than the last still stands. The last episode was fucking amazing, and this show is quickly becoming my second favorite project in the entire Alien universe, definitely. Although, I mean, I do like some of the AVP stuff, but I mean, just in the straight-up Alien movies, it's the first movie, and then I think maybe this series after that, because this far, this series is fucking great. I mean, they're just like, they lost a step a little bit at the end of this episode for me, because they played Smashing Pumpkins like, here comes the heavy shit at the end. But it worked, and I'm okay with it. But the rest of that episode was just basically a mini 1 hour Alien movie. It was so good. I loved how it went back to the, what happened up to the beginning of the very first episode. You got to see how they got to that point. It was it was just so good. This show's killer.
Nice. After our last recording, I went and watched the two that I hadn't caught up on, and then proceeded to not think about it again, and now I believe I am, again, 2 episodes behind. But I did see the fucking scene with the baseball, and I know it's a fun trope of sci-fi that, like, people in the future are obsessed with our own recent past so that you can talk about it, but, like, the whole thing with, like, oh yeah, me and my dad used to listen to an old radio broadcast, and now this very baseball is in here. I'm like, I don't think it's a cool baseball. It was a great, but fuck off. But
yeah, it was
other
a weird,
than that,
yeah,
tippy top.
Yeah, I like the foppish, powder wigged weirdos that are having their little party and they can't be bothered and then just get annihilated by the monster. It was amazing.
Yes. And that was like overlaid at the same time as we were doing the fucking Your Sister is a Werewolf, where at that random party there were the powder wig people for no reason. I was like, oh man, it's the same thing!
We summoned them! Only to be annihilated.
So good.
What else did I watch?
Anything else?
We finished... did I tell you we finished the second season of Dark Winds the last time we spoke? I don't remember.
I know you were talking about it being good.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. There's a third season, but they don't have it on Netflix yet. They're not going to add that one until the summer, I guess. And I'm not getting... Well, I'll probably sign up for Shudder again at some point. So maybe I'll just get the package with AMC so that I can watch that third season. But they're actually making a fourth season. But that show's really good. I'm just about to finish the second book in the Department Q series. Not because I finished the first one already, but because that one wasn't available, and I figured I probably would work as a standalone since the first episode of the show was primarily based on the first book. So the book it's pretty good. I like the show better. And then it occurred to me, because I know that you're watching the show, that it's quite possible that you hated it.
No,
there was a part of me that thought about that. Oh, you did actually like it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of stuff, really. I've been so busy with this stupid class and other things. So, did you finish the season, or did you?
I did. I as previously mentioned, I had COVID.
Yeah.
So, I got to spend a good amount of time with the screen turned on. I also had a long Labor Day weekend before that.
Yeah.
I finished it. I loved the season. I hope there's more.
There are.
I liked how there will be. I hope there will be. Like, the way it ended was good. I love that all the people, except the main guy. The main guy can be, I would be okay with him being replaced with another actor, to be honest. But he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah. I like him, but yeah, I could see. I mean, he's very good at being a total annoying douchebag.
Yeah. He was in another show about, like, vampires or whatever, also on AMC.
Yeah, I forget.
And terrible. It's fine. Discovery of Witches.
He was on that? Oh, okay, wow. Yeah, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched that. I also watched season 3 of Evil. The show is so fucking good. It's basically X-Files but exorcism, and it has Andrea Martin, our friend from Bob Clark's fucking Black Christmas.
Nice.
And she plays a nun who kills little, like, fetus-sized demons by splattering them with a shovel. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that that's something I needed, but hearing you describe it, I need that.
Yes, it's just her walking around a house, splattering the guts out of horrible little demons.
Wow, that sounds incredible. I need to start that show immediately. I've been watching all this other stuff based on recommendations from guys at work, and I got a little burned on one or two of those, so I'm going for that next.
Oof. Just to prepare you, it takes a while to get to the Andrea Martin splattering demons across the floor bit. That's like the last episode of season 3. So,
I have something to look forward to.
Yeah, but season 1, episode 1 gives the goods as well. But as the show goes on, it gets a little bit more comedic and enjoyable. Like the first season, they're real serious, so get ready for that. I also watched Unknown Number, the high school catfish documentary.
Interesting.
That's terrifying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's about a... Yeah. Have you seen it or heard anything about it?
No, I think
I'll
I've probably...
spoil the whole thing for you.
Go ahead.
Girl is getting harassed by someone saying horrible things like about how no one's ever going to want to touch her pussy, or like she should kill herself, or like her boyfriend is cheating on her, and it goes on for almost 2 years. It also starts harassing the boyfriend too and follows him when he goes out of state and stuff like that. Jesus. Goes on for 2 years. And then at the end of the 2 years, it turns out that it was the girl's mom who was, like, there with her the whole time.
Oh, my God.
And, like, you even have, like, the police body cam footage of them confronting her with the fact that, like, hey, we think it's you, and, like, confronting the dad about it and the girl about it, and it's all the way fucked up. Yeah.
Wait, the girl was in on it?
No, the girl wasn't in on it. The dad wasn't in on it. It was just the mom doing it.
Because why? She didn't like the boyfriend, or she's just a horrible person?
It seems like, according to the documentary, she was just confused and things got out of control. But it really seems like she is 100% out of her mind crazy.
Jesus Christ. I need to watch that. Yeah. That's horrible.
She was also pretending to have 2 jobs while all of this was going on, when in fact she had 0 jobs.
Oh, God. Oh, people are the best, aren't they? Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, high recommend on that. The journey is worth it. And then right at the end, I watched Weapons. That movie's fucking great. Yeah.
Oh, it bangs.
Oh, man. Weapons, a.k.a. Short Legs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Short Legs.
You know exactly what I mean. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
Short Legs.
Yeah.
That's a fine film, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. We're gonna have to watch it at some point and review it, because deep dive all into those nooks and crannies.
Oh, some granny cranny.
Yeah. Talk about micro bangs. Oh, man.
It's yet another in a series of films that have come out in the recent years that has no business being as good as it is.
No business! Like, that shouldn't be... It should not be that good. It's so fucking good, and it doesn't make sense, but It's so good.
Nope. There's a lot of things in there that we'll cover when we talk about it that make no fucking sense, and I don't give a shit.
I don't care. It's great. Speaking of things that we're going to cover, John, it's your pick. What are we going to cover when we convene in 2 weeks to talk about some other movie?
We've been dancing around this one since we started the show.
Oh, shit.
It's come up in requests that people have sent me on like Instagram and stuff like that. Like our one fan out in LA sent a recommendation, and I said it's coming. Well, it's arrived. And that movie is 1989's Society by Brian Yuzna.
Yes, we really have been dancing around that one.
I was like,
amazing.
What movie can I pick this time that isn't Society? And I was like, fuck that. I'm picking Society.
Yeah. It'll go really well with Black Christmas.
So, prepare to shunt in 2 weeks. And also, we're sorry that you have to get your toe caught in Socket's socket.